Sheila Jackson Lee steals women's airline seat, all hell breaks loose. Jean Marie Simon was all ready to take her seat on a United Airlines flight when, at the very last minute, she was bumped, thanks to Democratic Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. Trying to get home for Christmas, Simon had reserved the first-class seat and was boarding when she was told some cockamamie story about canceling her flight. Luckily, Simon got on board the plane, where she confronted the loudmouth congresswoman, and that's when all hell broke loose. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee is playing dumb when it comes to stealing Jean Marie Simon's first-class seat on a flight from Houston to Washington, D.C. Unfortunately for Jackson Lee, Simon isn't letting it go, plastering a picture of the congresswoman relaxing in her reserved first-class seat, as if nothing is wrong. A teacher from Washington, D.C., accused United Airlines of booting her from her first-class seat in order to give it to a congresswoman, she wrote in an account that the politician has since contested, reported the New York Post. Jean Marie Simon was at Bush International in Houston on her way home from a trip to Guatemala last week, when she witnessed U.S. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, Democrat Texas, get ushered onto the plane before everyone else lined up, she wrote on Facebook. When it came time for her to board the December 18 flight, Simon said the gate attendant told her that her ticket was not in the system. A second United agent confirmed that I had no seat, not just the first-class seat I had purchased, but no seat, period. I didn't even have a reservation anymore, she wrote. That's when all hell broke loose. Simon was livid, but she still had not put two and two together. The Washington, D.C. teacher remembered the congresswoman getting the red carpet treatment, but it was not until she boarded the plane that she realized the congresswoman was sitting in her reserved seat. It was just so completely humiliating, Simon said. I said I wanted my seat, that I had paid a lot of miles for that seat, and that it was United's responsibility to undo the seat assignment and return it to me, the person who had paid for it, she wrote. United lied to me, repeatedly. They put Jackson Lee on the plane and then tried to blame it on everybody but the United employee who deliberately erased my seat, my ticket, and my name from the system in order to accommodate a member of Congress who repeatedly bullies her way into favored status, Simon said. Simon also tweeted, Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee, DTX, took my United 1A seat Houston, D.C. on December 18, 2017. I was at gate TIAHW/first class boarding pass, early. She had United wipe my seat and entire reservation from the system. Congressman on the plane said he's seen her do it to X before. Shame on you. Simon finally negotiated a seat on the plane, and when boarding, instead of turning to walk back to the economy class, she was on a mission. The fed-up teacher pushed past the flight attendants and took a detour into first class, walked right up to Jackson Lee and started snapping pics. She then posted it on her Twitter page, and here's the kicker, she was threatened by United Airlines for posting the big bully congresswoman's snapshot, looking all comfy in her first-class seat. United threatened to remove me from the plane for taking a photo, she tweeted. United manager called me at home, said United behavior at the gate, on plane Condra, sick, United training. Said taking photos is legal, and aid, sick, United will investigate to see who did this to me. Well, she knows and we know who did it to her. We don't know Simon's political preferences, but we do know she described Jackson Lee as a member of Congress who repeatedly bullies her way into favored status. No doubt, the Texas congresswoman who is often lumped together with Maxine Waters and that other crazy hat-wearing fool, Frederica Wilson, is guilty of using her clout to bump an American citizen from this flight, not caring if the person she bumped could get to where they needed to go at Christmas time. An unidentified congressman on the flight confirmed this is Jackson Lee's modus operandi, saying she does it all the time. Miss Sheila Jackson Lee is spreading the Christmas spirit by acting like a royalty and screwing American citizens, one flight at a time. Let's hope and pray Loudmouth Lee, Wacky Waters, and glittery hat-wearing Wilson all lose their upcoming elections. The Three Stooges don't represent anyone but themselves. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.